welcome to episode 69 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. I am joining you today from a lovely sunny Leeds in the north of England in West Yorkshire. Today is, what day is it? It is the 4th of March. It's Shrove Tuesday here in the UK, which means, I don't know what the official meaning is, but we eat pancakes. Pancake day. So happy Pancake Day, everybody, or it was yesterday, so I hope you had a lovely Pancake Day because this will go up tomorrow. Oh, I've had a bit of a manic morning. I don't know why. I had I've got finished items today. I've got lots of finished items, so I was just clocking up on my outgoing yarn, which is looking really good, which is a positive, means I won't feel guilty when I go to East Anglia Yarn Festival because I do want to buy some stuff there. Yeah, so I don't know why, and the room was a mess and I had to sort it all out, but anyway, here I am. I've got a lovely cup of tea. I'm wearing my DK Weight Slubby Tolster tee, my new jeans that I bought yesterday, a high-waisted wide leg jean for £22 at Sainsbury's. They're a lovely fit. I love them. I love them. You can't see my pants at the back when I'm sat down. Ah! Anyway, let's move on from that. I did try and film a Monday making vlog this week. Well, I didn't try. I did. I filmed it, and then my camera just got rid of it all. So thank you for that, camera. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. You can't go in and delete them by accident. You have to go in, swipe across, select each individual file and delete it, but they were all gone. I don't know what happened. So I'm just filming a few snippets today just to see if it's the camera. If it is, then that's really annoying. So that'll mean it might be the SD card, so I'll swap that out as well and see. But they were there earlier and I don't know where they went. Anyway. So that's what's happened there. So you might be a Tuesday making vlogs maybe, which isn't as nice to say, but whatever. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me as at FrannyDoMakes on most things. So Instagram, Ravelry, here, TikTok, all those kind of things. I'm also on Storygraph as FrannyDo, so if you want to look at my reading over there, and if you want to find anything else that I've glossed over it here or I've not written it down, anything like, I'll talk about the patterns and the designers, but the yarn I will talk about but I won't write it down, but that's all on the website, which is why am I saying that? It's frannydo.co.uk, so that's all there as well. I also have a Ko-fi account where I sell my project cards, and we have a restock of the rainbow cards. So we've got loads of them in stock now. I will be updating the shop when I'm editing later. So by the time this video goes out, they will all be there. So these are my project cards. They're a nice sturdy weight. These are better actually than the last ones that you had because these are a bit of a heavier weight card. They have details on the front, so you can put in the project name, the designer, what size you're making, when you started it, the type of yarn, brand weight, fibre, colourway, what needle, what gauge you got. I usually put some little holes in here and attach a bit of yarn. You've got a space for any notes you might want to make, and then you've got your yardage used and your finished date here as well. I was thinking of making some with some different colourways, so if there's anything that you'd like in particular colourway wise for the cards, I have the rainbow ones and the blue ones. The rainbows seem to sell better, so they're restocked now on the Ko-fi shop, which will be linked down below as well. So let's move those out of the way so they don't get messy. Okay, right. So yeah, I hope you've all been okay. Thank you for joining me if you are joining me today. If you're a new viewer, hello and welcome. It's a bit of a crazy one today, but anyway, there's lots of stuff going on, there's lots of content, so I'll get straight to it and I'll go through some of the finished items that we have today. So starting off, we have a pair of socks. These are for my sister. She's eagerly waiting receipt of these because I said I'd finish them, but said she couldn't have them until I'd shown them on the podcast. So these are, yeah, the colour just blows out. They are the precious Skein socks by Beki Dickson, who is Bex Creates here on YouTube, and these are gorgeous. I'm going to make myself some of these. Look at that texture. You can't see the yarn colour because it's neon. The yarn that I've used for these is, there's no point, it's Punk Rock Unicorn. I bought it when we went to, well, my sister bought it, it's her yarn, when we went to Amsterdam from Stephen and Penelope, the shop there. And this is a Punk Rock Unicorn sole base, which is 4-ply 8515, sorry, merino nylon. The colourway is Jelly, so it's a neon pink with like stripes of flashes of red, so that's flashing all the way around. Yeah, and these work out as kind of a slouchy sock, so I'd put them on the blocker but they'd all just sink down, so that's what they're meant to do. So they're a snug fit on the base here, and then this textured sort of squidgy. I did put them on, so I'll put in a picture with them on. I'll put some pictures here so you can see the fit. But Becky's pattern is just perfect. It's got a lovely heel with a garter. You just can't see it in this yarn. It's got a garter stitch border, slip stitch heel, this lovely braided toe. You see? And they just fit lovely, and the yarn is so pretty. In real life they're just absolutely gorgeous. It's just a shame they don't show up on the screen. But yeah, I will definitely make them again. It was a delight. It was a delight to make. I really enjoyed it. So I'll go over and get this pattern because it's perfect for those precious skeins. As you can see, it really shows the yarn off lovely. So they can now go to my sister. I use a 2.5mm needle for these. She has a larger foot than me, so if I was making them, they fit me but they're a bit loose, so I'd probably go down a needle size for mine. You can also, the pattern does state you can go down a needle size for this section if you don't want it so slouchy, so it would be more of a tight fit then, would stay up on your leg a bit more. But these are great for, you know, do you remember we used to wear them like this back in the early 90s when I was young, and we used to wear leggings with scrunchy top socks like leg warmers. So there we go. So they are going over to my sister. Okay, so next I have 2 garments and a blanket finished. So I will put the garments on so I can show you. So just give me a minute. Okay, so first up is my second Felix sweater. This is a pattern by Amy Christoffers, who is Savoury Knitting, I think. I knit this in the size 2, and I use some Stylecraft Aran with wool, it's called. Those giant balls are like 400 grams. So this is the yarn. This is the disgrace that I've got left. So it's a nice warm grey with little nips of colour in there. And this is how it's turned out. So I knit the size 2. It's got, the sleeve could be a little bit longer for me, but it's okay. They just sort of shrink up throughout the day. But I love this design. with the eyelets for the increases. It's a lovely just throw over jumper, you know, a layering piece for these kind of transitioning months. Yeah, it goes over anything. It goes with loads of stuff because of all the colours in it. And yeah, I have one over which is a blue, which the colour is a better colour for me, but this is going to be usable anyway. I have been wearing it this week, so it has, I mean, it's not going to show anywhere because there's already these neps already in it. But yeah, I used the recommended needles. Oh, the colourway is called Jazz, Grey Jazz Nep is what it's called. I ended up using 305 grams altogether for the whole thing. It's knit slightly longer than the pattern, so I've got my high-waisted jeans on here, but you can see it's only just coming to the top there. This is my natural waist here. I've got quite a long torso, so it's I have to go a bit longer. So if you were not wanting it that long, if you're shorter in the body, you could probably get away with 300 grams for the size 2. I'm just tucking in my vest. Okay, but yeah, I'm pleased. It's a lovely pattern, great for using up one of these big balls, and it costs next to nothing for the Stylecraft, honestly. It's lovely and warm. I didn't do the tubular cast on for the neck. I just did a normal long tail cast on, I think. Did I say? No, I can't even remember. A long tail or a German twisted. I think it's just a long tail cast on. It does come out quite wide anyway. The only thing is, I wish it had some short rows in it, because it does tend to rise up on the front. The front and the back's the same, you don't really do any shaping. In fact, all the sizes are the same. You just keep going, basically. You just keep increasing. I did do a tubular bind off for the cuffs. There. And for the hem as well. Just because I like the finish of it for the cuff and the hem. I don't know what else to say about it really. But yeah, it's lovely. I really enjoyed knitting it. It was super quick. I did it in in less than a month. So I started it on the 27th of January, I finished it on the 18th of February, so it was super quick knit. Yep, I would do it again. On to the next one. Okay, so next up is my Daft Days cardigan. This is a pattern by Rebecca Clow. I made the size 3 in this one, which I think I could have done the size 2. It's a little bit oversized really in the body. The arms are fine, but they are supposed to be a little bit tighter on the arms. So this is my Advent project, and I used my Green Lambkin 2024 Enchanted Forest Advent to make this, and also some Yarn Smiths for the contrast colour. So I'll stand up. Okay, so I love it so much. It's worked out so nice. The only thing is, it seems to go up on this side. I don't know if it's how I'm wearing it or whatever. Anyway, it might be no, it can't be the buttons. I'm backwards on this camera. So, what can I say about it? It's a DK weight, so I used Yarn Smith's Merino DK for the trim and the contrast colour, which I believe, I think it's called Linen. Let me just have a look at my past because I've put parchment some places and then I've put linen in others, but I think it is linen. Yes, linen. So I bought 14 balls of the linen colour to use for this cardigan and my blanket, and I was literally spot on. I'm so proud of myself. I was worried I was going to run out or that I'd have loads left over, and I didn't at all. So like I said, this uses an advent calendar or minis, or just you could use 2 colours if you want. I've seen Laura at The Lonely Knitter is making one out of 3 colours, and it looks stunning. Yeah, so this is the chosen pattern for the knit along for the East Anglia Yarn Festival. So I'm excited to go and see all the different versions knit up. I use the recommended needle, so this is again this is a 3.75 needle, and it's just beautiful. The stitch pattern there is like a textured rib almost, but you don't purl it. It's like slip stitches, and it's just really fun to do. It's just really fun, and changing the colours, and there's sparkle in my advent calendar. I obviously have made it longer because we've discussed that already. So I used the full 24 minis, not on the front but on the back. So there's one extra row here on the back. I don't know if it was meant to be like that, but I purposefully, I don't know if I was measuring it right or whatever, but I just put an extra row of the colour on the back, and I think that sits quite nicely on the shoulders there. It's trying to go that way though. Anyway, so yeah, it's a drop shoulder construction. You do it from the bottom up. The merino from the Yarnsmith's yarn has worked out lovely. I think if it was a whole garment of this, it's going to stretch out quite a bit. It blocks out very loosely. It must be the superwash. It's just merino, there's no nylon in it, so it is very, very, it's got a lot of give. So I would be mindful of that if you're making a whole garment from it. I have knit the sleeves, the full length sleeves. In fact, they're quite a bit longer, but I like them to come over my hand a bit like that. So yeah, and they're not shrinking up at all, so that's really good. The buttons I have used are, I mean, they're not even. This top one is tiny compared to the rest of them. I did what it told you and measured it all and everything, but I'm happy with it. I don't care. They are from the Magpie's Eye, which is a shop on Etsy. I don't have the little card with me at the moment. I think it's downstairs. Anyway, there was a set of rainbow buttons, so I just picked out the ones that sort of matched the colourways. So yeah, I like how that's turned out. I love it. I really love it. It was dead easy to pick up the stitches. She doesn't get fussy about what you're doing with your cast off or anything. I did do a tubular bind off for the sleeves, but I just did a regular one for the button band because I didn't want it to stretch out too much and round here as well, so it's holding its shape a little bit more. But yeah, so I didn't use the whole of the advent. I've still got loads left. I'll show you in here. I did need the full 20 though for some of them, so for this section here, these colours here, the purple down there, that used the most amount, so I've got like 8 grams left of these ones, but I've still got pretty much most of the like half an advent left in there, because these first colours, this yellow, this pink, I've only used like 6 grams or something, 6 to 8 grams for these pinks, because they don't appear anywhere else. They're not on the sleeve, they're just this bit on the top, and obviously that one of the last colour, I've got nearly the full 20 of that one. So I've got 17 grams left of that. So I've balled them all back up and I've tagged them with the colours and how much I've got left of them. So this one, just 8 grams left of this purple. And then I'll decide what to do with them. Maybe I'll make Minnie a little rainbow something, a t-shirt or a jumper or something, see how much I've got. But I have got, I'll put it on here, 258 grams left of that, so that's a long way to go there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this cardigan. I think I'm going to get quite a bit of wear of it. I just need to figure out what I can wear underneath it, because I did have a t-shirt on, but that seemed too high necked, so I probably need something that's a bit lower on the neck there. But yeah, like I said, I think I probably could have got away with a smaller size. It's not big in any sense, and you don't want a cardigan to be too tight, and I can button it up without it stretching. And the sleeves I did block out quite a lot because they did feel quite tight when I was knitting them, but they've come out with plenty of give now. But I did really block them, because your gauge is slightly tighter on the sleeves because you're not purling, because you're purling across all these ones on the back. I weaved in all my ends as I went, so you can see there's some little tails just on the inside, but I did that as I went all the way through. I just sort of weave in Stevened them, and you can see them in the sleeve there as well, and I've just left them with a tail on. That'll felt in eventually, I would have thought. Yeah, I love it. It feels so lovely and soft. It's so lovely and soft and drapey. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I just need to figure out what to make with those leftovers really. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the buttons. They work really nice. But it is quite warm for it today, so I'm going to put my t-shirt back on. Right, okay. Oh, wearing this makes me want to make another one. Anyway, right, so that's those two. Right, the last finished object is a Beki. Oh, so nice. I think it's actually still a little bit damp, so I'm going to put it back on the bed just to dry off. This is my Hygge burst blanket. You're not going to be able to see it all because it's huge. Using my Blanket Club from Green Lambkin Yarns. The pattern is the Hygge Burst Blanket by Mallory Krall. And here it is. Oh, it smells gorgeous. I will take some footage and lay it over. So I'll sit over here and put that on. So it's using the same contrast colour of the Yarn Smith to join it all. I did a continuous join as you go. And then at the end I did like a double shell border. So I did one round of, can you see, one round of the shell there, and then I just went over the top of it and filled in the gaps with another layer of shells there. So it's just got a wave around the border there. But it's absolutely, it weighs an absolute ton, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I put it in the washer and it's washed fine. I put some colour catchers in with it. Oh, there's a little bit of, if I look really close up, there's a few little bits of colour loss. Right there's a bit on that I don't know if you can see, it's ever so slightly pinker just there. But it's a blanket, it's going to get used, it's going to get stuff on it. But I can't see any other places where it's bled. It could have just been resting on it, you know. But all the squares were pre-washed and blocked before I joined them together. Yeah, there's no other colour on. And so I used... did I write it down? So... I ordered 14 balls of that Yarn Smiths, and I used 5 and a bit for the cardigan. So that's 7 and a bit left over, is that right? Anyway. But yeah. I can't wait to get it used. It just needs a little bit more. It's still, it feels cold, but it smells lovely. I used some clothes doctor stuff to put it in the washer with, just on a normal wool cycle on a 20-degree wash, and it's come out lovely. Yeah, there's just that bit there. Yeah. But again, that Yarn Smith has got a lot of stretch to it. Yeah, I did it as how many sideways? So you got four minis, 4 20-gram minis, and for each mini I made 2 squares. And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 8 by 12 is the square. So it's quite long and not so short. And not so, it's long and short. It's a thinner rectangle basically, but it'll go along the sofa lovely. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go put it on the bed. Right, so leftovers from that, I do have this bag of the little bits that were left over from the squares. So I've weighed it and there's 90 grams in there. So I'll probably make some little mitts or something out of those. Just some scrappy ones. It'd be a shame not to use them considering there's 90 grams worth in there. So just some nice scrappy mitts or something. Or socks even, but I don't know. Something scrappy. Right, so that's all my finished items, which is pretty good going, I think. Pretty good going. Lots of finished things. So that means I've got some new cast-ons and some works in progress. So what have you seen before? Okay. This has not got much progress on it because I only picked it up last night, but you have seen it before. So this is my attempt to use some more of my long-standing yarns. So this is, hang on. This is a Cosy Classic Raglan, which is a pattern by Jessie Maed Designs. A Cosy Classic Light, it's a fingering weight version. So I've made one before, it was red with red and sort of like a speckled stripe. And this is where I'm at so far. I've got the neckband done and the first colour is in. I've gone a bit wrong on one of the, can you see there's a pucker there? Come on. You see there? Something wrong on one of the increases. Is it that one? Yeah. And it's like pulling on the middle. I don't know how to go back and fix it, or it's on the back and probably with blocking it'll come out. It's just pulling. But I don't know if I can tink it back to fix it. I don't think I can because it's right on the raglan. It's here somewhere. I don't know, I can't even figure out what I've done. I can't bring myself to go back and do it, but it's on the back. So anyway, the yarns I'm using are these two from Hannah from Chromatic Yarns, the Corner of Craft. So I've got this green one, which is Merfolk Lagoon. It is darker than that, just the sunlight is coming in. Can I block that light? No. But yeah. Anyway. That one, Merfolk Lagoon, and then this one, which is Jazz's Chaos. And then I'm also using a ball of this, which is the Merino Sock from Yarn Smiths. This is teal. Oh, there it is. Which I am going to stripe in between. So I've got all tangled. I'm going to do 20 stripes of 20 rows of one of these colours and then 5 rows of the teal, and then alternate. I really don't know whether to try and fix that thing while I'm here or you know, before it gets too big. I think it'll be fine when it's blocked. I can't be bothered. Right, so that's in the works. I've only just finished the short rows and I'm onto the main body now and the raglan increases. But I've made that pattern before. I am doing it slightly different to last time. Last time I cast on the size 2 and then just increased to the size 3 stitches for the raglan, but that meant I had quite a lot of room under my arm. So this time I've done the smaller neckband and then I increased straight away just after the neckband, and then I'm doing the size 3 from the start, apart from the neckband, if that makes sense. So that's in the works there. So hopefully it won't be as baggy here. Right. Okay, I've got a garment on the go for Minnie, which again is using some yarn that's been sat in stash for a while. This is the Rove cardigan by Heidi May. It's a garter stitch kids sweat. I think it does, you can make grown-up ones as well. Iron weight jumper, cardigan, sorry. Yeah. The pattern is like in a fade, but I'm doing stripes because I had these single colour yarns that someone bought me for Christmas, I think. Oh, my sister-in-law bought me them. the Millimere Sweden soft Aran wool. I think it's merino, extra fine merino. You get 50 grams in each one, and this is what we've got. So I'm just striping the colours, and I've split for the sleeves, and I'm onto the main body. Yeah, so that's nice and easy, nice and fun. It's a grower, it's going to grow fast. I'm sure obviously you'll have to do knit one purl one on the arms, but yep, so I've attached all my yarns there. I'm making the age 9 to 10, and I'm using the 4 and 4.5 millimeter needles. So I'll stripe it. I've got one more colour to go on the stripes, which is this kind of, it's like a pinky neutral. Can't see it. Have we got in here? Pinky one. This one. It's called Dusk, and then I've got like a grey neutral that's called Oat to just do the neckband and stuff. Yeah, I'll have to get her some oh, that's annoying. It's on the back. Yeah, so that's on the go. It's fine. I'm not loving it, but it gets that yarn out of the stash, doesn't it? Okay, next up is my next project using the Green Lambkin Blanket Club for this year. I've decided to do something different this time, and I'm just going to make a giant granny triangle with it. So it's going to work out nice and big. And this is the first 4 colours made up. So it starts off quite stripy. It'll get quite scrappy by the bottom because there'll be giant rows. But I just wanted to make something that would just grow and then would be finished when I'd finished with them all, rather than having to join them all at the end. But I think this will be a lovely thing to like wrap around and things like that. So yeah. So these are the 4 colours for January. I think the February ones are on the way, so I've just added them on to the card there. That explains what they are, and that one was called Hellebore. Bloomin' Lovely it's called this year, Bloomin' Lovely. Yeah, I'm using a 4mm hook for this one, and yeah, there we are. So it'll just grow nicely and can just sit waiting for the next ones to come in without any joining, and then when it's finished, it's finished. Okay, last one is a pair of socks. I've not got a card for this one, so I'll have to make a card. These are going to be for Mr. B. I don't need any more socks at the moment. I've got a full box over here, but he likes his socks that I've made him, so I'm using this yarn from Boney Yarns, which is called Happy House. Oh. I'm going to do them all in one colour to use as much of the yarn up as possible. This yarn is from 2020, before 2023, so it's in the pot to be used. And I'm using one of the new patterns from Nancy from Knit Sip Happy. She's got a selection of patterns called a collection of columns. So they're really good for using self-striping or variegated yarn to just add a little bit of interest. So this one is little squares, I think, or boxes, I think it's called. It's just knit and purl texture in a column down each side. There. Did a 2x2 rib at the top, elastic bind, German twisted cast on. Can you see there? Yeah, so I've just started those the other day. I might pinch the heel from, oh, I'll see what the heel is in the pattern. But I did like the heel from Beki's socks, so I might use that one. That's just living in a little pouch from lovely Jackie. Huh? I think that's everything. Oh, I need a drink. My tea will be cold. Oh, I hate cold tea. I like iced tea, but not cold tea with milk. Weird. Anyway. Oh, that goes in there. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. It is my birthday next week, so I really want to cast on that Kintra. So I might just cast it on ready so it's for my birthday. Because I just want to cast it on. Was there anything else I wanted to? No. I am well up in my yarn in versus out. I'm at like minus 1,200 and something because I've finished all these garments and things. So I'm wanting to keep on that roll. But obviously it is East Anglia Yarn Festival in a couple of weeks. So the weekend after my birthday is East Anglia Yarn Fest. Is it the 15th? Yeah, the 15th and the 16th. So we'll be there on the Saturday. I do want to get some fluff. So I've got 2 balls of this khaki green, and I want to get some nice fluff to go with it to make a love note, another love note. Maybe something with some variegation, some nice dark bits in there, just to have a bit of interest with the colours. So that'll be fun. I want to get that. Have I got any other plans for anything else? I don't think I do, but I do want to get some fluff. Maybe some more boucle. I know that Mamie and Florrie are going to be there, so chances are I'll get something from them. Although Ducky Darlings has the 4-ply boucle. That might be fun. Might be fun to get the boucle and another and a 4-ply in the same colour and do like a textured stripe maybe. That might be nice. A nice tea or something, or a 3/4. I might do that. Anyway, they're my plans. I'm not going with any massive things, but I don't want to go mad because I've done really well with using up the yarn, and I want to keep on that track as well. So yeah, that's everything I have been working on. So if you've got this far and you've enjoyed the video, then please give it a thumbs up and like it, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, because that does help and gets me out to other people who might enjoy it. And like I said, if you have got this far, if you can please leave me a bee emoji in the comments, because I have a little sign here that says be happy, and it just made me think of a bee. So yeah, pop a bee in the comments. And that is it from me. I will see you all in a couple of weeks time, or sooner if I can get the camera working and get the vlogs on. If I do get it working, then I will be vlogging at East Anglia Yarn Festival, so I will try my best to do a video there. But yeah, next time you'll probably see some extra bits. There'll be some acquisitions, or I might do a separate video with them in if I've got a lot. But coming up at the end of March, so I think we'll be starting it from April, will be the Spring Shawlathon that myself and Helen from Giddy Yarns are running. I will be planning on making my stripometry shawl using my yarns from Stephen and Penelope. So I will be using, I've got some mohair and I've got these two Punk Rock Unicorn colours. So I'm going to be using those to make a, oh I forgot I had this. Ooh, that was nice. A stripometry shawl. So let me know, what are you planning on making? Are you going to join in the shawlathon? What will you be casting on? I've not done any shawls this year because I've got loads, so I only want to really make 2 this year. I'm liking the cowls at the moment, but I want to make stripometry and I want to make Fiberfest, but I'll probably save Fiberfest for when the MCAL is on, and then I'm at least doing some kind of Stephen West situation, but I don't want to do the MCAL again. Right, that's everything. So leave me a bee. Tell me what your why do I keep saying stripe? Leave me a bee and tell me what shawl you might be making if you join in the shawlathon. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a lovely 2 weeks. Bye bye.